Hey, you guys. You know what? I don't know how clear. That's not foggy. That's my dirty desk, you guys. Okay, I am going to wipe this off. And hey, you guys, I can see y'all in my glass. Okay, but I'll wait until a few of you show up and we are actually going to do the hot air balloon. I'm going to show you how to cover these. I'm going to continue to cover mine, but I'm going to show you how I did this. I'll be back. Hi, Tina. How are you? Top of the morning to you. I am going to show you guys how I covered this. We're going to start with a part one, and we will continue until we have actually completed the light bulbs. I'm just going to sit these here so you can kind of see what I'm working with. How are you doing this morning, Tina? I'm going to kind of wait for people to show up. Yeah, if you guys can see me, I'm an awful mess, but since I'm behind this, okay, um, let me pull my thing up just a little so you don't see down here by my table or under my table. Okay, I could pull it up like that. Yeah. All righty. Oh, that's great. That's good. I'm feeling good too. So I'm going to try to get this part one done. Today it should take me about an hour. I'm thinking no longer than an hour, and then the next time we'll do another hour. I'm going to collect some stuff that you can actually use to do this. And I think about right now, we'll just do it as using product, like we'll say tissue paper instead of a brand. We'll say stickers instead of a brand. If you're using certain products, you may not, and you have those products, what do you do with them? You continue to use them. So we just won't highlight brands right now until we're safe at doing what it is we're doing. So yes, I am using a lot of product. You could use the sewing patterns. You can use book pages, dictionary pages. You can use your rice paper. And I showed you rice paper I used on another one of my projects. But I think I'm going to pull out a piece right now so I can show you what it looks like. It looks just like mulberry paper, I think. And I'm thinking it may be all of the same kind of paper. Let's see if I can find mulberry paper right here. The good thing about all this stuff around me, I pretty much can find what I'm looking for sometimes. Oh, sometimes not so much. And right now I just said I was going to show you a piece of mulberry paper, but it does look pretty much just like the specialty, or not the specialty paper, the rice paper. Yeah, this is by Stamperia. And I have a lot of it. I'm looking at some other kind, but I'm not certain if that's what I would actually use all over the whole thing. So today what I'm going to show you is you could use napkins, you know, like your decoupage, and you could use pretty much anything that you want. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start, because what I do to get this like this is I use this glue. And this is the Combo Mono Liquid Glue. You can actually use Decoupage. Yeah, Mod Podge, but you'll work a little faster with it. I like this because it gets tacky and sticky and all that kind of stuff. And it'll stay tacky and sticky for quite some time, which allows you enough time to actually adhere this tissue paper or napkins or whatever it is you're going to use. So right now, if you're going to do this project, I advise you to just take your glue and apply it to your light bulb. And you can use any size light bulb you want. You can use down to the smallest of ones. And somebody gave me this idea because I was going to use the glass Christmas bulb that I use. And then they said that they used light bulbs. And I was like, I haven't tried that. But once I tried it with the regular size light bulb, I decided, oh, what it would be great different shapes. So I actually went and found the light bulbs. Hi, Debbie. I actually went and found these because that's what they're using now. You know, from one time to the next, you never know what kind of light bulbs are out there. Um, yeah, because this is over time, they just keep changing. Yeah, so I'm actually just doing this to this. So if you're following along, if you're making this, what you can do is every time I do a video, we'll have a part 1, a part 2. So you can actually follow along and make this yourself. And you could use it any kind of way, decorate it any kind of way that you want. I have to give this a second thought because we were going to do something to this originally, but I think I'm going to make it 7 gypsy it up instead. We could still use, matter of fact, we really don't have to use a product. I'll just identify all of the parts that I use. And if I use stickers or a brand or something like that, I just won't identify that brand. I won't say it. I will just go ahead and tell you I use, like, for instance, oh, really? Debbie, you ought to try it. You can do this easily. Yes. But what I'll do is do this. As you can see, I just covered the entire bulb. Yeah, so, and then you'll just set it aside. I let mine dry a little. I think the decoupage is going, I use my finger, as you can see. You all could use a brush. Right. You can always, hi, Tea Friday. You can always follow the replay video. So this one is part 1. So your next one, whatever you all want to do next, I'll actually show you guys that. But what I do to put my papers and stuff on, and we'll tear up a few. I'm going to tear up a piece of this because you don't have to necessarily do this, you know, just using one different kind of paper. And you don't really have to wait until it dries, but it's messy when it's that sticky. It's kind of messy. So I'm just tearing these pieces of paper because this could be your base. You could just put it on and maybe put different paper. I'm going to find a few pieces of bright colored napkin and put on here. Um, yeah, so you can make this using any kind of, there's lots of tissue paper. If you don't want to use your rice paper for this, you can actually, hey Terry, how are you? Yeah. You can actually use stuff like this. And this is, I don't know where I got this from, you guys, but it is gift wrap. And I think I paid $1 for it or two. I don't know where this came from. But I got quite a few pieces of it. Yeah, this is a color, and these are prints, and that's a heart. But you could use something like that, wrapping paper. If it's thin enough, it's going to adhere to these bulbs pretty easily. Yeah, so um, once I do this and it's tacky, let's see if it's tacky enough. I think it's too wet right now, but you can use your, what's the name of it? Paintbrush if you want. If you want to do it while it is this wet, you can actually, I would take a fan brush. Do I have one? I have a small one. Okay, I'm going to use this fan brush, and I'm going to put a little water on the brush so that it doesn't, yeah. And we're just going to put this down only because I want to wait until it gets tacky. But this right here, you can put under it. So I'm just going to stick a few of these on here and go ahead and stick them down. Yeah. In different places. And it's as easy as that. Yeah, and then you get the different shapes and stuff. I can't wait until we get further along because you guys are going to watch your air balloon just take shape. Yeah, so I know one of you guys mentioned the light bulb here the other day. I was showing you I was using the Christmas bulb. And somebody mentioned when I talked about doing it, somebody mentioned use a light bulb. And I was like, yes. So I had some light bulbs and I figured, you know what better way to get a prize done than an easier way? Do it while we're doing this. So I started a few when they mentioned the light bulb. I said, okay, let's see how easy this is to put together. And I actually just started doing like I did with that one. I applied the glue. I love this glue because it's sticky, it gets tacky. And once it gets tacky, you could apply your stuff pretty easily. As you can see, as sticky as it is, isn't it crazy cool? Yes, it is. When I saw the different shapes, these are as big as each other, but one is round and one is that kind of shape. I was going to use a different shape too, but right now I'm going to see what these turn out to be. This one is even smaller, but this is the standard size bulb. And someone mentioned that they were going to do a teeny one. Right now, this is still a little tacky, but if you just sit it, it gets dry. It dried pretty well. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to show you all today. I said this was going to last at least an hour. If you all have any questions or if you want me to go to another step, because I would just keep applying the paper, the tissue paper, the napkins on here until I get what I want. Right now, none of these are exactly the way I want them. So I'll just keep applying that until it looks exactly the way I want. I have washi tape on here. You could apply all that stuff. I would, and this is me doing this, when I use washi tape, I would use a little glue under it. Oh, you want us to keep going? Okay. So what I can do is show you exactly after you cover this up, or do you want me to just, did you pattern tissue for the round one? Did I use pattern tissue? But this one or this one, I use, yes, the pattern tissue. Can you see it on there? Yes, and you could keep applying as much as you want, or something like, for instance, since I have that tissue paper there, I'm going to actually, and this is already wet, which is why I'm re-wetting it. If you just keep applying it, it pretty much just dries over the other piece, and you actually get good looking effects. Yeah, you can see the other paper underneath it. Yeah, you don't have to worry about whether you get it in a straight line or all of it on there. Okay, all right. Yeah, so I'm just going to keep applying this on here until I get it. And I make sure all of the parts and pieces are on. Yeah. And they're where I want them to be. And it looks good. And once it looks good to you, I can tell you, why didn't I get the gloves? Oh, why didn't you get the gloves? No, you can hold it at the bottom. It's going to get sticky, but you can keep, this isn't as messy as it appears, Terry. Yes, keep putting the tissue on. Just apply it however you want. You could put whatever you're using, the tissue, you could swap them out, add this to that or whatever, just keep adding to it until you actually get the look that you're going for. Yeah, so once you do that, you're pretty well done with that part. And once you finish with that part, I'm going to show you guys, because I could go back to um, the way I actually put this together. But remember, we're going to start with this right here. Looking, we got to add all these little string things right here. And I'm going to show you, before we even get to that part, how to do that. Virtual right now at Michael's. I've never taken a class at Michael's, but okay. Even before I get this done, I'm going to show you how I did that. And it's easy. You're going to say, OMG. First of all, I want you to find some of that jute. It could be any style, any kind, as thick as you want it to be. And I'm going to use this. I don't have the rugged one sitting right here, so I'll probably find it later. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this jute right here. You see it? And I'm going to loop it. I'm going to do it long enough so that I can actually take this right here. I just want to make sure I make it long. I'm going to take this long enough. So I'm going to do it pretty long. When I say pretty long, this is about a yard. So I take a yard of this jute, probably a little over. Just give yourself enough room to work with, okay? And I'm going to snip it right there. And then I'm going to take another piece, and you could take that first piece and just measure it. This process is easy, 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 and it may not even take as long as we think, because you'll have the basics there. That's what I should do, show you all the basics, and then the ones that want to play along, they go ahead and play. Okay, if this was really thick, I would have just used one and tied it to the other. But what I'm doing is, you see, I put a knot right there. These are going to be this right here is going to be the top of your, yes, you see what I'm doing? That is the top of your balloon. And this is the strings that you're putting on there. You see? And you're going to make sure you attach them in 4 places right here. We're going to put something in each one of these places to hold these buttons. I mean, to hold these strings. You can use buttons. You can use um, any kind of hooks or hoops or whatever you have. I use spools, the little teeny uh, thread spools. I'll show you what they look like on here. If you look right here on each one of these, I use these spools, the little teeny baby thread spools. There is one. There is one. It's four of them. There is one. And there's one. You could use those, or you could use the little um, wooden beads. Yes, you could use all of that. Do you all want me to show you how to put this together? I'm not really putting it together, but yes, this is going to be the next step that you do. So you can have any, I like the rugged jute. Yeah, the one that is really, yeah. So I think I want you to see how you do that. Even if it's round, let's show you. You do it the same way. And what you want to do, and what I did was I took a piece of metal piece and put it under this right here, so that, or you can even take a thimble this side and feed all of, let's go ahead and do that. I could feed the thread through it. And in order to do that, I'm going to just make sure all of this is even so I can push it through there all at the same time. Maybe not. I could just do this. Okay, I could show you everything. Okay, but I'm going to have to do it step by step, part by part. What I'm doing is taking this string and I doubled it, and then I tied it at the top. I'm going to take this thimble and I'm going to pull it all the way up to here, so that when you put this in, it's going to sit on top of this and it's going to come down, and the strings are going to be connected. Or you could just take a flat piece and do it that way. So that's where we are so far. Thank you. Yes, that's where we are so far. You know how to cover it. You know how to make the strings to put on it and to start making your, yes, balloon. Start putting it together. Okay, do y'all see that? This is, if I'm not putting it together, and I'm not right now because I think I want to do a lot more to this. Why don't the next time we come back, we actually take this piece and put it on there and come back with some chain. Come back with your little, at least 4 of the little teeny, they're teeny, thread spools. Yeah, I'm sure you guys have a lot of that. And I'm going to show you how you're actually going to finish this off and put the chain on. And we're working towards, yes, something like this. So you can see what I did to this. After I put the paper on, I let it dry. I actually, just painted it, made it look, yeah, this has color to it. If you want to put color on it, this is even strips of paper I use. I found paper that I like the color of. I used it. I have burlap. You're going to see exactly how I put this on, because when I fit this on, after we put this on, let me show you. And I have to show you piece by piece. So by the time we get back together, and I'll do another part next week, by the time you put this on, you are going to have it sit in the middle, and you want your strings to stay where you put them. So what you're going to do is, once you put those strings on, you're going to take more string and you are going, once you get this even, and I know it's kind of hard to do because, yeah, once you get this even, you're going to take another string, a totally separate string, and you are going to wrap it around. I would glue it on there so that none of these pieces move, and you're going to glue it in each space. You see what I'm doing here? So it's going to go around here like this. And you're going to glue it over those strings so that they stay in place. Okay, how about everyone else? Do you all have everything? Okay, go back to applying the tissue. Do you want me to just keep applying it? Okay, let's go ahead and keep applying the tissue. And so you want me to physically do this, all of this online. I can do that. Okay, let's just keep applying the tissue, you guys. I'll work on these whenever, and then I'll show you all. But you have a understanding of what you do after you put your paper on. Okay, so we'll keep doing the paper. And you guys, if you have questions, just ask me. I think I just wanted to hurry and do this really fast. Okay, so I do have some of that paper on, and then I could tear a few other pieces, but what I'm going to do is get a few napkins. Just, they could be any kind of napkins. I want to use these so that I could put a little color on my, on my piece. So I'm just taking off parts and pieces of this napkin, and I've already separated the other 5 pieces. You want to make sure you separate them. You're going to use this just like you would, decoupage. They're napkins. So you're going to separate the pieces, the other 2 ply if it's that, and we're just gonna continue, okay, to put this on. As you can see, as you put it on, you can see what's under it. So there is no, now you mentioned that you painted the tissue. Explain that. Painted, yes. Okay, after I finish putting all the tissue on, I would take paint. If it, if I have to, if I didn't want the color to be as bright as it was, I would take a little white paint and just dab it on it so that it covers up. If I saw a whole word there that I didn't want you to see, I'd take paint with my fingers or just a paintbrush, and you just put it on. It makes it look distressed. It covers up stuff that you don't want to see. And if you just didn't want to put another piece of tissue over there, you could just cover whatever that was that you wanted to cover up. Okay, and this is me putting napkins on here. As you can see, it holds pretty much the same way as the rest of it, but I'm giving it a little color now because I don't want just a lot of strip. If you want just prints or scripts on it, just do that. Hi, Creative Me, how are you? I see all of you guys. I'm just busy talking. Yeah, so you just continue to do that. Put the colors where you want and keep applying it. This right here is applying very easily because now that glue is pretty. As I touch it, wait, it's sticky. You see? It's sticky, and whatever I touch is going to stick to my fingers, as you can see. So you got to keep something wet beside you so you could keep, if you're using this glue. It's sticky, but it works so well. I use this glue for everything, and I keep telling you guys that, but I really do. I like it. So that has been my preference here for a minute. Yes, I am. Um, you can use as many layers as you want. You can put on here as many layers as you want. Now, I'll tell you what, since we have this here, let me get a couple of pieces of washi tape, and we can add that. Um, I don't even know if you guys want colors on here. I don't know what you want it to look like, but we're going to add washi tape. Yes. I just have a whole thing of washi tape over there. If you wanted to cover this totally in prints, it's up to you. If you wanted to do the whole thing in prints, just napkins or whatever, you could do that too. Um, I just prefer putting a bunch of stuff around me, using it until it's finished, and then I'm like, okay, I like that. So yeah, but just keep adding it. Yeah, just keep adding it, and before you know it, it looks like that one down there. You like the color on it, Debbie? Yeah, I think it makes a difference, but you have to have enough of the print on there. I'm going to put some more of this, especially on the top, because as you see, it's nothing on there. Yes, nothing on the top. So we'll go ahead and just keep adding. And right now I'm using that rice paper, which let me see if I can find that mulberry paper. I showed you all the rice paper. It looks exactly like mulberry paper. And I looked it up, and there is it's in the same family, paper family, um, as rice paper. And it looks the same, except it's in a lot of colors. I have some that's in a lot of colors. Uh, Somebody's calling me. Yeah. But right now I am going to, let's see. Yeah, just continue with this, and hopefully it's not important. Yeah, because I don't have my phone in here with me, you guys. So I hear it. Okay. So we just keep doing this. If you want, you can't even see, yeah. And you just keep adding. And as long as you have the sticky stuff on it, you know you really don't have to wipe it down, but it's sticky. And this is rice paper, and it's super thin. As soon as you put it on, you see it? You see that there? Where it just picked up? Once it's totally dry, it won't do that. Yeah, but continue. Yes, I am using water, but that is only usually to make the rice paper lay down. The adhesive is a sticky adhesive. I just don't want it to stick to my fingers, so that's why I put it in the brush in the water. And when I use the this, uh, I forget where I am. When I put it on there, it tends to lay down a lot better. But the glue, the adhesive, is going to hold it. And it actually does not interfere with it staying on there. I was doing this and actually did it and figured it out just by doing it. Or you could take one out of the ceiling until you get ready to turn the light back on. Then you could put it back. No, I was joking. Yeah, find a lamp you're not turning off and on all the time, and just take yeah the light bulb out of there. I know that is funny, but once you cover up the first layer of sticky, you're going to have to put another layer on, and it's going to work just like that first layer. You want it to get a little tacky first. So what I do is I usually just find a spot that is already sticky. And if I have to, because it's laying on spots that I have there already, I just put a little um, glue around it first. This will still cover this right here, and it'll still push it down because it's stuck in the middle, and you just want the edges to lay flat. Yeah. So you keep applying it, you see? And if you want to mute your colors, like I said, if once it dries, you could mute your colors and mask them by just tapping some whatever color paint over it that you want. Yeah, you went to Walmart to get one and fainted one. Oh my gosh, you guys, that is totally ridiculous. The prices of light bulbs. Are you kidding me? Yeah, they do have them at the Dollar Tree. Yeah, but it's a shame that at Walmart. Oh, let's see. I actually paid $10 for a 3-pack of these. How crazy is that? Yeah. Okay, so do y'all still need me to keep adding the um this tissue paper or napkins or whatever you're using? Do y'all still want me to keep applying it? Or could I come back the next time with another part? Matter of fact, since I showed you all how to do the string, the next time we come back, how about we just finish with the string? But when you guys come back, you come back with fully decorated light bulbs. What do you guys think? No, there is no paint step, Tina. You can't go to the paint step yet. And the paint step is really just you touching up your work. You're not physically painting with a paintbrush. You're going to dab your paint, your fingers in some paint, and you're going to dab it around in different spaces. You look at your piece and you can see where you want your paint to go. Yeah, there is no paint step. You're just going to clean up your work as you go along so that it looks like you want it to look. It looks cohesive. When we put the rope on, you're going to actually clean it up as we go. Bring as many pieces as you think would work on here. I use spools. You might have something else that you can use. The piece on here, it could either lay flat or it can be something like this because it is going to go on the top of your balloon. If you don't want a piece like this, find lots of pieces that you think would work. I'm going to tell you what is I would suggest for this piece. I would use a flat top. And I would actually, let me do it now so you'll see. You'll have an idea. Do you all want me to step two? Okay. Step one is to, we'll say one and two. Step one and two, I'm laughing at you, Tina, is to put glue or Mod Podge, whatever adhesive you're using, all over your light bulb. And then you're going to tear up your pieces of paper, napkins, tissue, mulberry paper that you're going to use, and you're going to cover your piece to your satisfaction. Okay, before you use your string, okay, we'll go, that could be step two. Okay. So y'all tell me what y'all want to do. You said do the next step at another time. Okay, so this could be the whole step one. And then when we come back, we'll do step two, which will be this. I want everybody to be able to follow along. So when we come back, we'll do the string, have your chain, have this. This is a flat bottle cap. Have something similar to this because, or you can use this right here. You can use any other flat piece that you have. I am going to take this. Hold on for a minute, you guys. I don't see my crocodile. Okay, we'll have to use this one, which is probably a better deal. I'm going to use this crocodile, and I'm going to take and place a hole. Let me see. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to place a hole right in the middle of this little bottle cap. A bulb. You know your bulb. Adhere your tissue. Well, first, step one, you want to, okay, we could say that because you know you need to use a glue to adhere. So step one is adhere your tissue, you guys. And step two, you're going to need something to put on the top of your bulb. I'm using this right here because I'm going to take this little concoction that I told you I made, and I'm going to pull it through there. And we're going to use that for the top of your balloon. Okay, I'm just telling you now what products you'll use when we come back to do step 2. You're going to have some kind of jute or string or whatever you want to use. You're going to need something to put on the top of your balloon, whether it be something like this or whatever you think is fun and cute to put up there. Yeah, we're making these rules as we go along. I mean, I don't have any instructions on it. Then you're going to need some chain. And you're going to need a lot more of this jute because we're going to go ahead and wrap it and we're going to hang it for the basket. It's going to have, you're going to put additional pieces on it to hang it from the basket. Okay, yes. Yes, thank you, lady. Creating me, thank you. Yes, you're going to apply the top. Let's see. Step 2, apply the top of balloon. Okay, I guess we could say that, but you have to assemble this first. And then you're going to apply it to this. Yeah, so assemble the, what is this for the homework? Gather jute, chain, and other materials. Yes, your other materials are the things for the strings. You know, you need 4 of these little small attachments to make the balloon, to put in using the strings that hold your basket. This is going to hold your basket. So you'll need that. And then, yeah, once I show you all how to do this part, that's going to be easy. We're going to put the chain on. You'll really have the basic um of your balloon without the basket on it. And then we're going to put the basket on and then we're going to decorate the whole thing. So that will be the 4 steps. Assemble the top of the balloon is the second step. And the third step can be, because I can put everything else in between there. The third step can be attach the basket. When will you be back to do part 2? I am going to try to do this once a week, every Wednesday, right? Yeah, so that way you'll have enough time to get yours together. It can dry. You can look at it. You can, yeah, do whatever you need to do to it to make it ready for part 2. So that'll be Wednesday, 10 o'clock, same time. Is that okay with everybody? Next Wednesday, 10 o'clock? And just like you all saw me do this, I know I didn't do them all because I tried to do a step. I'm so used to just doing products. I never sit down and say, okay, step 1 is, step 2 is. Okay, you need to get a bulb and the supplies. Yeah, up so far, all you need is some kind of adhesive and some kind of either tissue paper. You could use washi tape. You could use newspaper. You guys, if you don't have any of this stuff, get a thing of newspaper, use it. Yes. Yep. So, um, any other questions as far as what we've done so far? I really want to see some of y'all stuff once you decoupage it because they have some, they are such great backgrounds. Once you put it all together and you see your own balloon, if you have words on there that you want, you could put on there. Yes, yes. Thank you, Tina. You need to gather. Oh, she put it in there. So you guys read what Tina's saying. Yeah. I know. This one I got from Michael's and I guess they didn't sell. There's some kind of bulbs that were supposed to. Oh, you know how they got the filament in the middle and you can see it and it's different? Yeah, they had them on sale, all of them for $1.97. So, of course, and I got 2 sizes. One is bigger than this. And I was like, oh my goodness, I need those in my life right now. No, I was actually looking for bulbs to make this project that were different. And I found this at Michael's. And let me see if I could show you. Do I have that other one around with me? I can actually show you. You guys, if I told y'all how much stuff I had to do today, You would not believe it. It is a lot. Yeah. But that's why I'm trying to give you all this training. So by the time we get back together, we can actually go ahead and go to the next process. So if you guys are good with that being part one, I'm good with it. And yeah, when we come back, we can go to the next step, have your bulbs and stuff ready, or you can do it anytime that you want, because and you could go back and yeah, just follow the video and do it when you have the time to do it. Yeah, because we're trying to do a step by step. I hope I don't leave any steps out, but yes, prep the ball and come back with a few of these supplies and stuff, and I'm going to show you how to start putting this together. It's going to be cute, cute, cute. Okay, that's 10 Eastern time, you guys. Yeah. And thank you, Tina. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, everyone, for stopping in. Yes, I'm liking this, and I think you guys will enjoy it. I hope I did enough to give you the information you all needed. I hope you all were able to follow along with me. I just didn't want to sit here and put glue paper on this thing. And then too, you'll see me do different stuff. So ask me if you see me do something and I don't mention it. Like right now, if I touch this, it's still sticky. But if it's dry, you could touch it anytime you want and you won't get that stickiness. So you know when your bulb is ready. Yes, 10 Eastern time. She said, I'll be there. Uh, okay, you guys. So if that is good, I am 15 minutes shy of this being a 1 hour video. So bye, Creative Me. Thanks for coming by, and I'll see you next week. Yeah. Hey, you stay safe too. All right. All right, you guys. So we're going to call this the end of our video. If you all have any questions, just leave them in the down in the comments, because this will turn into a movie when this live. It'll turn into a video. So yeah, you can still ask questions down in the comment if you have any. But I want to see how many of you attempt this. And yeah, I'm having fun with them. And guess what, you guys? I think y'all know where I'm going with this, because I have 4 of these. I'm excited too, T Friday. Thanks, and thanks for stopping by. But I'm doing 4 of them, right? You guys, right? Y'all want to play along? Yeah. I think in this case, it's time to do a giveaway. I would be really excited to see how all 4 of these come out and to see how differently each of them look with me making them all at the same time. So, yes, we'll see what happens here. But I'll see you all next Wednesday at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. And remember your supplies. Hey, you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.